There are new rosters for the international break. The playoffs are getting set in the MLS, and we take a peek at all the league tables around Europe. Let's get into it. This is Between the Posts. Hey everybody, welcome back to Between the Posts. I'm your co-host. My name is Eric. We also have my co-host Enrique.
What up, man? How's it going?
Yeah, we've got the international break is here. Everybody is going to take a couple weeks off from their clubs and represent their countries if they're lucky enough. We have our Team USA and our Team Mexico rosters to analyze today. Why don't we start us off?
Let's do it. How about, you know what? Take it off.
We're going to start with Team USA?
Let's do it. Yeah,
all right.
Let's do it.
So, in my opinion, for Team USA, we've actually got a pretty decent, comparatively to the last couple of rosters, pretty decent October window roster here. So, we're going to see the returns of Cameron Carter's-Vickers from Celtic. We're also going to see, Weston McKennie make his way back into the team. Tanner Tessman, who I've been raving about, finds his way onto the team finally. Also getting a call-up, Aiden Morris, who's been unbelievable at Middlesbrough. So for me, a couple of guys on here that I'm really excited to see. Of course, they're going to be playing that three-man out the back with the two wing-backs. Max Arfston finds his way back onto the roster in that left wing-back spot. It'll be interesting to see the health of Anthony Robinson, who is in camp, but not healthy enough to play for Fulham, and Serginho Dest, who apparently isn't healthy enough for camp, but is healthy enough to play for PSV. So that's an interesting dynamic. But, I'm excited to see Christian Pulisic back and in form from Milan. So Team USA roster looks pretty decent this time around. What about you and your guys? What's Team Mexico shaping up?
Team Mexico is looking a little bit different. We have some of your go-to guys like Raul Jimenez and Edson Alvarez did not get the call up, which was already told to the people prior to, because they wanted they want to see different talent on the pitch, and I totally respect that and think that we always keep on sending the same guys, and there just needs to be change, and we're seeing it. And then we got another call-ups right here. People that I didn't think they were going to be called up, but they did. Julian Quiñones, ex-America player, did 1 year and is now in Saudi. And then Irving Lozano from San Diego FC, new team, which are killing it. We'll get into that a little bit later in the episode. But we got those calls up. But I mean, same people, different faces. It just depends how it's gonna go. I'm really excited for what we have in store, especially with our next two opponents coming up for the break, which is Colombia and Ecuador. Plus, in Ecuador, we will be playing in Guadalajara, which is Chivas Stadium in Mexico, which is something that they haven't done in a couple of years, and now they're going back to it once again.
That's cool. I like that.
Normally, their home stadium is Azteca, but due to renovations that are taking longer than expected, we are going to be playing in Guadalajara.
What did they say, March for La Azteca? March, April?
They said December, but now it's just going over. I don't even know. I just want it done. I'm tired of playing at the other stadiums because they also share it with Club America also. But a stadium full of Mexican fans in Mexico, something that they've been wanting. Also, another stadium that it could potentially be in mind is Toluca's stadium, which is amazing as well. Passionate fans, tifo, whatever you want to call it, everywhere. It's just a great atmosphere. But for the first game against Colombia is going to be in AT&T Stadium, which is in Dallas, Texas, which is technically Mexico still, because every Cowboys fan is also Mexican with jean shorts. And but yeah, I'm just excited to see what we have in this tour. Even though we are qualified, I still want to see how much effort we could put in. Maybe the same amount of effort as our under-20 team, which is killing it.
Shout out Gilberto Mora.
Yes, sending out a prayer to you.
Wonder
and,
Kid.
Hopefully you don't touch a drop of alcohol. You don't get in touch with Instagram models. You stay away from Alexis Vega, Omar Bravo. You stay away from all of those people. All the bad influences. Pick up a Bible. Stick to it. Please, we need you. You are our faith and our hope to win us a title next year.
Oh
Jesus.
my gosh.
go on a run.
That'll be something if a 17-year-old is your saving grace in that World Cup tournament.
Already gonna
Very
be
own
the next
Mexican, Mexican, Zidane or something like that.
Yeah, already the biggest prospect that we ever had.
I say Zidane. Zidane's a midfielder. You can't be Messi if you play midfield. Sorry, it's just not how that works. If you're you can't be you can't be a defender and be like, oh, he's the next Ronaldo. Like,
No, you can't. Stick to your position.
If you had to pick right now, so you mentioned your opponents for Mexico. Team USA is going to be playing Ecuador October the 10th. And then they'll be playing Australia, who are also qualified for the World Cup on October the 14th. So a couple of World Cup tune-ups here. We're going to be seeing a couple more of these as the months go on and the international breaks, unfold. We only have a few of them here before the World Cup actually gets here. So every match is important. I'm sure Mexico is going to be treating every match as important as it is, even though they are in their preseason and doing their tour and everything else. For me, for Team USA, there's still a couple of question marks. We really don't know who's going to be in goal for Team USA. So I expect them to ride the hot hand with Matt Freese over Matt Turner. I wouldn't be surprised to see Matt Turner back in goal for Team USA, though. It's really just up to, what they want to do, what Pochettino wants to do. Of course, I mentioned Serginho Dest not being here in camp in October for these two games. We're going to see a lot of Alex Freeman. I expect to see a little bit of Anthony Robinson, but if we don't see Anthony Robinson, I expect to see a lot of Max Arston on the wingback position. And then the midfield's kind of stacked. You may not think so from the Team Mexico perspective, but for me, you got a lot of guys that overlap in what they're capable of. So there's no Johnny Cardoso here, but Tanner Tessman can do a lot of what Johnny Cardoso can do. Aiden Morris can do a lot of what Johnny Cardoso's role is supposed to be for this Team USA team. So you have two of those guys that I think are very good. Christian Roldan here from Seattle Sounders, maybe kind of like the Diego Luna type of player where maybe you see what he can give you creatively.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of experience, really, really, I'd say, homegrown kind of talent from Seattle and Team USA. So you like to have those sort of guys on the roster.
Yeah.
For the fanfare, I guess. I don't know what he's going to be able to provide as far as a player. One last shout out. I know I'm kind of like reading off the whole roster here, but James Sands, congratulations on your call up. You've been playing well. You deserve it. Make the most of your opportunities. So I'm excited for Team USA. Now that I've given kind of like my take on our roster, just so you can kind of have some perspective, who do you think is going to be, if these two rosters themselves went up together in a derby, who would you pick? Would you pick your Team Mexico roster minus, Edson Alvarez, Gilberto Mora, Huertas, I think he got hurt on the right-hand side?
Yeah, our right back.
Oh, your right back.
ACL tear. Will miss the World Cup. Sadly, he was doing a phenomenal job already.
Who would you choose out of these two rosters right now?
I mean, right now, it's just for Mexico, there's still a lot of question marks, even though that we have already solidified players that we are going to for sure be calling up to be the starting 11 for the World Cup. There's just still so many question marks right now that whenever it comes to it, you just don't know what version you're going to get out of them, especially like with these new call-ups that we made, like Quiñones and Lozano. We haven't seen Lozano in a while.
Yeah, Chucky Lozano hasn't been there for a while, I think.
Yeah, so. Now he's coming back. I guess there was some talking going on with the management and everything else. But, I mean, if I'm being quite honest, the way how it's looking, I hate to say this, but I'm looking more on the Team USA side because they're more – it's more solidified.
I did mention that this is a much better roster than in previous months, and that includes that Gold Cup roster.
Yeah, and I get it. It's it's still a tour, but these are very great opponents that we should not be taking them lightly, even though it's like the Mexico tour, quote unquote. But we still got to take them with every give it our all. If we want to send out the B team as an experiment, okay, but we still got to give it our all.
Yeah,
that's my way of seeing every match, especially with Colombia. Colombia is it's a force to be reckoned with.
I
You
thought so.
cannot you cannot just send a whatever team out there. You have to have a strategy for them. Even for Ecuador, I mean, they're doing great also.
Colombia was my pick to win Copa America 2024. Believe it or not, they were in great form going into the tournament. They not necessarily disappointed, but they didn't finish how I thought they would in that tournament. But Colombia is still very much a player, I think, in this World Cup and in these matches leading up to the World Cup. You want to play the best teams you can. I think Colombia is a great test for Mexico.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Got to play up to the intensity. Those Colombian players and fans are going to be playing up to the intensity. So it's up to your squad and the fans of Team Mexico to reciprocate that. So I'm excited for this window. I mentioned this a couple months ago. Every tournament's an opportunity. So this World Cup, you can really make or break your legacy as a player.
Oh, yeah.
These are your time. This is the time. Make the roster. Find a way to get minutes in that World Cup and cement your legacy as a player. So exciting times here at Between the Posts, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, with a lot of matches that are going on, like I mentioned the Under-20 World Cup, USA and Mexico, they're going at it. Mexico will be playing Chile, which is the host country for the Under-20s. And then, if I'm not mistaken, USA is playing Italy. So
Team USA playing a team probably didn't really need to be there, but got a huge win. A couple of guys I expected to play really well did play well. So I think that does it here for us for the international break. We're gonna go a little bit more stateside, talk about MLS just a bit. Philadelphia Union and their first-year coach did secure the East and the Supporter Shield. So congratulations
good for them.
to Philly Union for being statistically the best team in MLS this season. A couple of teams still have a couple of games left, 2 or 3 games left. LAFC is fighting for that top spot in the Western Conference with Vancouver. Vancouver has a game in hand on the leaders right now, which are San Diego FC. San Diego has 60 points with 1 match left remaining. Vancouver has 2 matches left. They have 60 points. And then right below them are LAFC with 56 points, and they have 3 matches remaining. So it's a toss-up here in the West. The East is settled. Miami might finish 2nd or 3rd in the East if they win out, which they were sitting in 5th place, 6th place. So that's a big run for them, finding a good run of form here at the end of the season. Of course, Messi tied for the lead right now with Denis Bouanga of LAFC for the Golden Boot. Just kind of quickly running down MLS for you guys. Vancouver, San Diego FC. Is it going to be LAFC? Let me know in the comments who's going to finish first in the West.
Yeah, it's neck and neck right now. It's like that saying.
There's a lot of parity, in my opinion, right now in MLS. So we have a couple of teams that could potentially, be right up there. Now, Union have secured the points title, but only just. These other teams are a point away, 2 points away, 3 points away. It's not like they were 5-6 wins away from everybody else. So high parity in the MLS right now. All these big signings that came through this season and in the midseason window had a huge impact. So I'm excited for the playoffs. Still there's discussion to be had on too many teams making the playoffs. Dynamo almost sneaked in there. They lost to San Diego FC, ending their playoff hopes.
Which was a pretty it was a great game. Overall until the very end. It was we fell hard at the finish line and just which was what was I'm trying to remember the score line before. It was
1-1.
1-1 and then
San Diego go up.
Yeah, and after that everything just fell apart.
So San Diego go up 2-1 and then Dynamo shocked me. They grab it right back. Boom, 2-2. And in the final
right at moments, the finish line, just give up 2. We just gave up 2.
They conceded in the 87th minute, and they conceded in the 90th minute plus 12 minutes, to make it 4-2.
Yeah,
it's rough. It's rough to be a Dynamo fan this year.
We're almost there, but hey, sometimes it just wasn't our year. That's it. We just gotta wait till next year. I'm very excited because I have faith in all of my Houston teams, even though it's been a tough year to be a Houston fan in general. But we're here.
We'll bring you everything we can regarding Dynamo offseason whenever that occurs. We'll bring you all the news as fans of the Dynamo. At least I will for sure. That being my hometown team, I'll give you whatever info I can regarding Dynamo and my opinion on their chances of success in 2026. But we'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there.
The season's just ended, so it's ended for Dynamo. That is not much to play for the rest of the season.
Yeah, we just got some off-season moves, and then we should be good to go for next time coming around. But I think that should be covering up our segment with the MLS. Is your team in the playoff race, or are they still in the hunt? Let us know down below. Maybe we can tune in, get you some more details about what's going on.
Yeah, and tell us, are they in there just to hang out and say goodbye in a week or two, or do you really think they got a chance? Let us know. Why are these middle of the pack teams a threat? Tell us in the comments. But we're gonna take a little stroll through the league tables in Europe real quick.
Yeah, get on the boat, go all the way across the sea, and to our people in the Europe side, hey?
Yeah, in the Europe side, eh? Starting us off, I think we'll go along with that Canadian connection there. Start with Ligue 1. Paris Saint-Germain barely squeaking the lead by in the Ligue 1 right now. They have 16 points, a couple of teams with 15, and I think the fifth place team has 14.
Yeah, it's like the top 5 teams. It's like PSG.
A lot of parity right now.
PSG 16, and then 2 to 4 is
15.
All 15,
Yeah.
and then 5th is.
But that's
It's
just 7.
14.
It's after 7 match days. There's still a lot of football to be played left in Europe, but I mean, not for
But you
nothing.
never know.
Not for nothing. These other teams hanging around so far.
Yeah, I think in the sports world in general, this year has been somewhat kind of odd, strange that there's a lot of these underdog teams that are coming up, like the defeat for PSG against say the name
Chelsea?
over time. No, PSG.
PSG losing to Lille.
Yes, Lily. I was thinking of a whole different team with Mbappe's brothers scoring and being a part of the team, and then Mbappe just looking at his brother up in the stands, scoring on his former team, which is something to. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that. Like your brother scoring against your former team, like.
Well, here's
Like,
what I'll say.
I wonder, like the happiness meter, how high it went.
Here's what I'll say: is if Kylian Mbappe had a lot of love for PSG, he would still be playing there. So I don't think he cares at all.
Yeah,
I don't think he cares at all. I mean that's just. I mean, if he really loved it there, he would have signed a new contract. But he didn't.
Yeah,
he signed with Madrid. So.
That makes sense.
Not for nothing, Kylian Mbappe tearing it up with Los Blancos right now. They lead in La Liga. Barca dropped points this weekend.
Yes, we did. I'm not going to talk about that.
So after 8 matches played, 6 wins, a draw and a loss for Barcelona, 7 wins and a loss for Real Madrid. Real Madrid lead La Liga, 21 points to 19. Kind of important.
Yeah.
Both teams with a loss early in the season, but, I mean, you guys have a draw, losing out on 2 points. It seems insignificant now. Like, we just downplayed Ligue 1 and the poor differential in Ligue 1, but I feel like in La Liga it means so much more.
Yeah, it's just there's so many teams that could come up, like, out of nowhere and, like, just swipe it away from you. And like the early points in the season matter a lot. Like
Sevilla looked strong against Barcelona, of course, and then Atleti has handed Madrid their loss, and they've looked really good. So if you're one of these top teams in La Liga, you got to be looking in the rear view a little bit.
Yeah, you got to like be planning up like even further ahead. Like, okay, like this happened, how are we going to get them back in like 2 months?
These match days become extremely important.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to win every match, but now it becomes almost a must-win against these top teams.
Oh, yeah.
And even your bottom of the table matches, you can't afford to drop points.
Not at all. Like even a draw is like you're pretty much cooked at that point if you have already given up so many points in general, and then you lose to lose or tie to a bottom team. Then all right, how are we gonna scrape by? How are we gonna survive? And now it's not even trying to win the league. It's more of like how am I gonna
how do we retain Champions League football?
Exactly.
How do we maintain European football?
Because if you're a powerhouse like Real Madrid, Barca, and Atleti, you can't afford to go to Europa League. You just cannot.
Yeah.
It's already a
players
failure.
leave. Players decide I want to play Champions League somewhere else. So
Yeah.
they go to maybe they go to a Monaco who is playing Champions League football, or they go to an adjacent nation where they have Champions League teams that we need somebody at your position. We need a forward, we need a winger.
Right.
So I certainly sympathize with that. And we talked about if we turned the Serie A teams in Brazil and we put them in Ligue 1, how would they fare? We talked about beating up on the smaller teams to build points, and then at the end of the season, just see where you stack up against a PSG, and potentially that's what we can see with these La Liga teams, where the Real Sociedads and the Sevillas and the Atletis just beat up on everybody else well enough that these bigger teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona, they drop points, and all of a sudden they find themselves in second and third place.
Yeah.
So that's something for us to keep an eye out on for La Liga and things like that. But just rounding out Premier League, and we'll talk just a bit about Bundesliga. So in the Premier League, for me, 2 big matches this past week. Chelsea getting a last-second nail-biting victory against Liverpool. Their new signing, Estevao, gets the last-minute winner. Any thoughts on that?
Money does not buy happiness. As
is true for Liverpool.
Yeah. We just, even all the big names that we signed, all the money that we spent, we just cannot find any chemistry at all. And something needs to change now so that we can actually have a shot in later on down in the calendar. Because this is just pitiful.
Just a quick aside. One of the CBS analysts said that even though Liverpool had won a bunch of matches early on in the season, during that Bournemouth match, 2-2, he considered the fact that this Liverpool team just isn't that good. Do you feel that way yet, or do they still have some way to go before you don't feel like they're that good?
The team's good. It's just there's no
chemistry yet.
There's no chemistry yet.
So you feel like once they build that chemistry, they're going to be a champion team?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never to fear yet, Liverpool fans.
Yeah. If it's 2-3 months in and we're still having a discussion about chemistry, then we should lift the glass box on the panic button.
Exactly.
There's something hey.
Exactly.
Okay. Be prepared for not jump ship, but start packing some of your necessities because it may get a little bit rocky.
Speaking of rocky, the Germans at Bayern Munich have no recollection of rocky. They don't know anything about bad starts. They don't know anything about perseverance and everything else. It's a walk in the park for the Germans right now at Bayern Munich. 6 wins and 6 opportunities in the Bundesliga. They're tearing it up in Champions League. We've been going on and on about Harry Kane and how great he's been. I mean, they can do no wrong right now. For me, they're still without Alphonso Davies.
Which is big.
They've got another left back who's come into his own in this situation. For me, as a Bayern Munich fan, pretty excited. I haven't felt this way about a team since, the Lewandowski 2020 year, where Lewandowski was just unreal. Of course, the 2013 year is super special as well.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of Bayern fans recollecting those years right now. I'm just excited. They did what they needed to do in the offseason, which is, if you're going to get rid of Sané, replace his production, and actually get something else out of him. Luis Diaz has been amazing. And they're still without some of their key players, like I say. We discussed prior to the broadcast that Jamal Musiala would be back before we knew it. Hopefully he's in some footballing form and condition before the World Cup.
He probably has that one glue.
Chinese glue.
The Chinese glue.
The bone glue.
Yeah, send that over.
Send that right over to Bayern Munich, please. So I'm personally very excited for this Bayern Munich team. Let me know who's the best team in Europe. Do you agree with me and say it's Bayern Munich? Is it somebody else? Let me know.
Is it Man United for our delusional fans?
Speaking of delusional fans, Man United, big victory over Sunderland this weekend. Big friend of mine. Very excited about the clean sheet. I think it was their goalkeeper's first starting goal, so good for him.
They were oh my God,
good for
the
United.
The new era of
United. Yeah, good for them picking up
points
against the newly promoted Sunderland FC. So I guess that's going to conclude our Man United segment for the day.
Yeah, pretty quick.
We did.
Actually, hold on. Let shout out again to the one guy with the giant afro. He reached 1 year. I saw it today. 365 days of.
I go like 4 months, maybe 3 months without cutting my hair.
365
It is so
days
long.
of
A
Man
year?
U not going, not winning 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
So shout out to that one guy. I know you hit a big milestone, but I'm sorry you're a Man United fan.
Also, shout out to us. You can find us on Twitter at BTP Official, on Instagram at Between the Post Official. Same thing on TikTok at Between the Post Official. We post right here on YouTube every Wednesday. We can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Thanks so much for watching.